Oh my God, please erase. Please erase. Oh God. I'm so tired. Yes. Yes.
You got to get ready to be festive. Tomorrow's Halloween, bitch.
Well, you wouldn't know it from this studio. We don't have a garland up. We don't have a spider. We don't have a damn thing.
Not a gargoyle in sight.
No, not a gargoyle.
Not a ghost.
On pop culture news. So grab a drink. Okay. Okay, today, no. We're not rhyming today. We're not going
grab a drink. It's grab a drink.
Okay, it's grab a drink. It's not what you say. It's Sarah.
No, grab a drink. It ain't what you think. Songs rhyme, okay? Songs rhyme. Okay? He purposely made lyrics that actually go together. Okay?
I am so punch drunk today. I am. I am like totally, this week is bananas.
So grab a drink. It ain't what you think. It's Sarah and the crew.
Okay, thank you. Oh my God. I couldn't
drunk. What are you up to? What have you been sipping on? The Gobbles juice?
Well, the Mark Twain Awards threw me off.
Hey, honey, that was, 4 days ago? 4 nights ago? You're not caught up yet?
Yesterday, I went to Fox 5, because I work there part-time. I did 7 50-floor commercials. 7. I can hardly speak. I can't speak. I can hardly speak. I can't. I'm done. I can't. And I can recite this goddamn 50-floor commercial. I'm giving them free plugs here because it stays with me all night long.
You know what? I gotta say, though,
this holiday season, it can be spooky, but so can your floors if you have pets and kids. Hi, I'm Sarah Fraser for 50 Floor, and I'm here with Laura Harders. Laura, tell us why we should choose 50 Floor.
That's one read of the 7. There's 7 other variations.
Then she answers, and then I go, wow. Now, before they even come out to install, they take care of everything, right? And you actually bring a designer to our house instead of the showroom. Then she answers. And then I go, all right, day of installation. Tell me what happens. Anyway, I'm tortured by the script. You asked me how to memorize lines.
That's how you do it.
Torture yourself. Do it 7 reads.
So you're going to do this 7 different times. And why 7 times? Shouldn't they just run the same commercial throughout the different shows? Okay.
That'd be too easy.
Oh, obviously. Yes.
Because every time they want a new intro, so it varies every time, right? It's like,
oh yeah, instead of spooky, they say something else.
Right. It's almost Thanksgiving time. And that, you know what that means? Your friends and family are visiting from far away. Are your floors ready?
I got to say about 50 Floors. When I used to work at a news outlet, they were busting through the doors with their commercials. They do so many spots.
Don't I know it?
And I always felt bad for the person that had to do 50 Floors because they would do it every single day. It was like time for the 50 Floors. The amount of times I heard that, if I was paid $1, I wouldn't be working here. I'll tell you that much. I'd be rich.
My face looks like linoleum. There's so many holes in it. It's just so cratered. I can't even. I'm so busted from yesterday. It's awful.
I'm sorry about that. Well, I'm glad you're through it. I mean, you're done with that until next time, and you do 8 more.
Oh my God, yeah, I know. And then of course, they load up. I mean, sometimes they'll 9's my limit. I'm like, I'm not doing 9. No, I've done 8. That's it. If they push me to try to do 9 in a day, I'm done. I'm resigning from all floor work.
I feel like everybody needs floors. I guess they just need to ingrain it in your head. It's all about persistence and consistency with your ads.
Yeah, they do. They actually, I'll hand it to them. They really get it. And when we talk to our advertisers all the time, I'm like, guys, you can't do, people are like, okay, can you do one Instagram post?
It doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
You have to remind people and annoy people.
People are inundated these days with a million ads. You have got to hit people over the head so many times that they can recite your script, just like 50 Floor.
I gotta say, when I'm on Instagram, if there's just one sponsored ad, it takes me 5 more. And if I see a cute outfit from Amazon Fashion,
exactly,
you best believe after the 5th one, I'm swiping. I'm like, all right, it's cute. Damn it. Okay.
It's like those damn magnetic eyelashes. I still see ads for those.
I want them.
Alyssa, have you tried them? Alyssa's our intern.
Yeah, I've tried them, but they don't stay on my eyes very well. I also have very oily eyelids, though. So I feel like shit just slides off my eyes. But they're a little bit difficult to put on, just in my experience. It could have been the brand that I bought, too.
Oh. Have you ever tried them, AJ?
I see the ads constantly. And I always think whenever I'm in a hurry and I don't have time to put the eyelashes on with the glue, I'm like, I should have bought those magnetic ones. But do they work?
Yeah, and I feel like they're just a little bit harder because you can trim the stick-on ones so easily. Right. So it's a little bit harder to trim the magnetic ones, but
yeah, but I have to see the ad multiple times. And then I tried the magic makeup eraser, which that thing is awful. I've returned that. Do you have one of those?
No, you love to rant about this so much. You're like, I don't want to use a washed up towel. And let me tell you this dank ass towel
looks like you wiped your ass with it. It really does every time you use it. And people are like, what are you doing? Mine cleans up in the wash every time. Well, mine doesn't, okay? I got the Magic Eraser from Magic Makeup Eraser from Amazon. I've taken off my makeup, and now it just looks like I wipe my asshole, and then, I've reused it on my face. Does it still work, though? No, it doesn't work at all. It doesn't work. Like, it just moves around the makeup. It doesn't.
It's not getting anything off.
And it's so harsh on your face. I'm like, maybe I got the wrong brand. I don't know.
I stick with my makeup remover wipes. Love those. We'll use them all day. Costco 20-pack, you're ready to go.
Me too, but I just feel bad about the environment. I'm like, how biodegradable are those?
Well, I reuse them about 5 times.
You do?
I'll stick it back in there because I only use like half of the thing, and then I feel bad wasting it because half of it's clean. And my friends, I see them all the time. They just toss away they use it one swipe for their eye, throw it away. I'm like, that had 5 more good uses out of it, at least.
Well, see, I would take this advice, except for you did have for 3 weeks this giant like pink eye, like your eye was half closed. So I'm just saying.
I find it really funny. It was actually after you used my makeup that I was infected with a festering infection bacterial.
You keep saying this. Like, I think, what did I use? One dab of your, mascara when we were out in Nevada?
I was doing your hair, per usual. You were going through my makeup. You were like, because your hands cannot be dull for a moment. They've got to be doing something. You were like, you're always thinking, you're always doing something. So you're like, oh, what's this? Oh, eyeliner? Huh. Try it on. I'm sure it was like a particle dust from the Las Vegas, Nevada desert, I tell you.
I am so excited for you to become famous, but secretly I'm really not because like
we touched on this last show and you worried me. You're like, secretly I don't want anyone to get the spotlight but me. I was like, well, we seem to have a great relationship.
I'm a jealous bitch. I really am. It bothers me. Like I am going back to therapy because I'm like, okay.
But actually, I don't
feel that way. I don't feel that way about you. I don't.
Okay, good. I don't know what to believe anymore.
Want you to succeed. But there have been other people in the past that have like gotten things and I'm just like, really? How did they deserve it? They are not good people. How are they on a national TV show?
I will agree with you when the people are shitty and you're constantly wondering, you literally don't deserve it. I do agree with you in that. In that case, yes, I agree. Have you caught anybody sleeping with another person to get to the top?
Oh, no, I don't think so. I don't think so.
In all your years in media?
There's been a lot of rumors over the years, like in TV and in radio for sure, of people. Yeah. But I mean, I can't say that I have ever like firsthand witnessed that. You know what I mean?
Right.
I want to genuinely wish people well and help them. But then I get really bitter. Like then I'm like, oh, if I help them and then they don't help me back, then I'm like off my list. But that's not good either. You can't help somebody just because you want something in return.
It's like the number one rule. Yeah, you're like, give unto others as you want to be done unto yourself, but in a nice way.
Yeah, it's really bad.
But I will say, everybody and their mother has a podcast now. And the more I watch Amazon Prime, Netflix, all the streaming services, everything is about television and media. Did you see the new show with Mindy Kaling? It's a movie called The Late Night Show with Catherine Newberry.
Really?
A movie about late night television. Now there's a new one with Jennifer Aniston, I think. And
Morning
Show.
I can't wait to watch that on Apple.
Right, but there's all this stuff about like TV.
Okay, good.
And I can't even be an actress on the show. I'm trying to make it in actual media, I let alone pretend and act to be in a show about morning television.
And it's true too. And I always say that. I actually do wish people success. Like, in the minute I meet them, then I fall in love with them and I want them to succeed. But it's just like, and look, I know my time is coming, so I'm like I always have to say, like, right. I listen to Joel Osteen and Joel's like, God's just putting you in the weight room and you're lifting your weights and you're just waiting on your time.
Joel. God knows where he gets all of that.
And soon Jesus is going to knock and you're going to be out of the waiting room and you're going to be succeeding at life. Stop looking at your neighbor with jealousy and disgust. Look at them for inspiration. If they can do it, you can do it. And that's
thanks, Joel. And then he goes back to his multi-million-dollar home with his Bentley and his beautiful wife and his beautiful life. I would be looking at my neighbors real nice too, Joel.
Joel, we're
loving
not
up on my
opening
neighbors.
those doors for all the flood victims, huh?
Yeah. We're kind of stranded out here, but he's closing them doors.
I'm obsessed with his podcast, though, too.
Joel has a podcast? Okay, I can't.
Joel Osteen has like one of the biggest podcasts. Yeah, it's a motivational every day. It's like 15 minutes of motivation. Victoria and I were talking this morning, and she said to me, Joel, you're not the man that I first married. And I said, that's right, Victoria, I'm a better man. And then they go into their thing. I love it so much.
Wait a minute, this is on the podcast.
Yes, it's so good.
Okay, you need to get Shman on here. You need to do a Shman podcast and just ask him a bunch of questions.
I am going to have Shman on. Shman has promised me he does not believe I could ever pass a Marvel Universe quiz. And I want a Chanel handbag. Like, I want a Chanel handbag.
You're tired of all the Kate Spade cakes. You want a real handbag. You're tired of his like personality cakes he gets
I'm over hauling around a popcorn bag. Okay, I want like designer. So I said,
just finally outlive that phase. Interesting. Okay.
I go, you're going to give me a quiz, Marvel, on the podcast. And if I get all the answers right, I'm getting a $3,000 Chanel. And there's nothing you can do about it. And he goes, oh, gladly. He's like, I'll do that show because there's no way in hell you're going to get one Marvel question right.
Oh, but he's going to ask you like the toughest ones.
Well, of course. I know nothing about fucking Thor's hammer. I mean, what do I know about it?
That Chanel bag doesn't seem like it's coming anytime soon.
That's right. I figure the listeners, they know I am going to prep. I'm going to do a thing where we're going to have him on the show.
Okay.
And we'll have a little Chanel handbag icon for the 10 questions.
Yes.
And we will, we'll ding every time I get one right, closer to the Chanel.
Yes.
And before, just like a marathon, I will train and get up to speed on my Marvel. And then I think I'm going to win, and he's going to have to buy me a Chanel bag. I mean, how hard can it be?
There's a lot of facts. There is a lot of facts. And I don't know a single one.
I don't know a single one either, but
I don't even know what's Marvel and what's not.
That's actually, you know what? That would probably be question number one, and I don't even know what's in the universe or not. All I know is Star Wars isn't, I think. No, they're not in the universe. Okay, this is not going well. I mean,
yeah, the Chanel bag's looking...
It's looking very far away.
Mm-hmm.
We have a ton to talk about. So we teased on Monday that we are going to make some changes to the Hey Frase show. This is the 401 episode.
Yes, correct.
401.
I can't believe it. Yeah, I know.
I think it's the week after Thanksgiving will be the 4th year anniversary of the podcast. So we're going to talk about that. Then I have a dilemma. I'm going to my cousin Kate's wedding next week. So
coming up, okay.
But she has like a staggered, so she has a Catholic church ceremony in the afternoon and then a black tie reception starting at 6. And I want to know if you're supposed to wear 2 outfits because apparently they say that you're not. But I want all of your thoughts. Dan and I have been planning and purchasing 2 outfits because I thought you had to wear 2 different things.
Just be extra.
Be extra. Okay, I want to know all your thoughts. And you guys can weigh in on YouTube. Let's thank a couple of our sponsors because we absolutely love the sponsors. And that is how this whole show keeps going. 50 Floor is not one of them.
Even though we gave him a 5-minute spot. But okay.
We've promoted everyone from Joel Osteen. Basically, today's free commercial day. Like, everyone has had one. Anyway.
We just need some wine so I can promote that as well.
Monique Samuels. We have to thank Monique Samuels. She has her next live show coming up this Saturday. I will be there. So will Riley Knox, who is the #1 Beyonce impressionist in the world. Ashley Darby will be there. I can't wait to see what's going on with Ashley Darby because poor Ashley Darby, like so much is still going on in the tabloids about her. Michael, it's crazy. I actually ran into Michael. He was very sweet the other day.
No way.
Yeah,
where?
He was walking to we have this bougie olive oil store in our neighborhood. And I live in the same neighborhood as they do. So
you do?
Yeah, like just down the street. So I was walking, and
this
then
was Real Housewives of Potomac.
Honey, only like one of them lives. Monique's the only one that lives in Potomac. The rest of them live all over God's world here. So anyway, I ran into him, and he was pushing around Dean Michael Darby, who is like a doll.
Really?
Oh my God, he's like the most precious little thing you've ever seen.
So how'd you stop him?
I was like, Michael, oh my God, how are you? He's like, I'm great. How are you? I was like, I'm working on having a kid. I'm going to see Ashley on Saturday. Anyway, it was all
incredible.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah. So he was in good spirits. So
all in good spirits. Should be a good show.
Well, yes, absolutely. Notforlazymoms.com is the website. Tickets are as low as $15. You can also get VIP tickets. Go to Monique's website, notforlazymoms.com. Allie Jacobs, who we also love. She's been on this show. She is Monique's co-host. She will be there. True Orthodontics is amazing. So look, you guys, just for you, they're going to extend their offer to Hey Frase listeners, $1,000 off Invisalign or braces, okay? They also do teeth whitening with Glow. We really want to get them a good client. So if you're thinking about Invisalign, if you're thinking about braces, maybe your kids, please go in, please book with them. And would you DM me and let me know at Hey Frase? Great discount, $1,000 off. Dr. El Hadi, we love. He's really, really great. TrueOrthodontics.us. They're in Fairfax and Burke, Virginia locations. Top-notch, 5-star dental practice and office. So TrueOrthodontics.us. If you know anyone that wants Invisalign, please tell them about the Hey Frase promo offer and go to their website, TrueOrthodontics.us. You get $1,000 off. They are unbelievable. Park Potomac, we love them too. Go to Park Potomac, which sits right at the top of the Beltway at the 270 Spur. ParkPotomac.com. You can eat, live, shop, and work there. AJ and I have had happy hour at Mariachi and Gringos and Mariachis. Yeah, close enough. Okay. Addie's as well, Founding Farmers. So they're amazing. We love working with them. If you are maybe thinking about changing office locations, they're great. They have a Harris Teeter there. They have a yoga. They have Orange Theory. Gym and Tonic, the two women that love them, that work there, are amazing. Wendy and Amy, we love. So check out their website today, parkpotomac.com. And then we also have to thank Dr. Mary with Total Dental Care in Germantown, Maryland. So Mary doesn't do orthodontics. She does all your general dental practices. She takes kids from little babies all the way up to adults, and they never patient shame. They're offering and continue to offer a $99 special to Hey Frase listeners. Just tell them the Hey Frase podcast sent you. She's also a periodontist. So if you have receding gum lines like I do, she does amazing dental work. I just had my periodontal surgery with her in August. It came out great. So grateful for her. She's a woman-owned business, minority-owned business. We're all about that. So go visit her in Germantown, Maryland. Okay, let's talk about the couple of changes that we're making to the show. So we're always constantly evolving. The great part is about podcasting is it is like the wild, wild west. There's so many new and innovative things. You, of course, are continuing to audition for amazing roles.
It's very, very nerve-wracking, but yes.
Are you still loving being in the entertainment business?
I will say it's easy to burn your steam out. Like it is, and I haven't even been in it for maybe a year. You know what I'm saying? But it's scary to me. It's really scary because I'm blessed to get these really big name like auditions coming up. You know what I mean? Because from the show, I got a actually reputable like agency, and it's just been crazy. But so it's a little scary. When I see a producer name like, something big like Lauren or Tina Fey on the producer, of the executive team, that's scary to me.
I think it's amazing. So, I just auditioned for Power on Stars to play a topless crack addict. That is,
you did not.
I'm dead serious. I did. She gets the best role. Her agent books her for like Tina Fey, and then I go, hey, how do you feel about topless nudity? This is a reformed crack addict named Heather, and she's talking to her friend Mandy. And then I just read for the role with Dan. Yeah, I did. And then at the end,
what were the lines?
Heather, are you going to go back to him again? What did you expect after you got him that job? Heather, I'm speaking to you as your sponsor right now, okay?
Oh, you're playing the sponsor, not the crack whore.
No, I'm a recovering crack addict, but I still have to take my top off.
She has one lapse moment.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my auditions.
So take that. You're discouraged? I don't think so. No, let me tell you about discouragement.
Very exciting time. It's a little discouraging because you're up against so many people. It's such a big role. And actually one that I auditioned for it's a Mooney Christmas, which is like a reboot of like a 80s show or something. I just saw the, what do you call it? The preview of it on TV, and they created the show. So I auditioned for a character, and you never hear anything back. Like they never tell you when the show's coming out. You just go in, audition for it, and then you you didn't make the role when you see it on TV. You're like, oh, there's the season premiere. How cute! Oh, that's who they chose. Okay, she's gorgeous and skinny. Okay,
so Melissa Valenzuela again.
Oh, love her. Okay. So that it's like a little tinge of just like nervousness. Like, will I ever compare to those people, or will I ever live up to So, and everyone has expectations, you don't want to let anybody down. And I'm dealing with
who is expectations?
my agency, and they're, they send me 3, like, remember we were in a lull. We were like, if my agent could call me, well, she must have heard that podcast because she's been like, you need to get this to me and this to me and this to me. Also, you might be going to LA tomorrow, so just be aware of that. We haven't booked the tickets yet, but you could be going. I'm like, what? Hello.
Okay, so it's back on.
So it's back on. It's really good, this week, and then next week it'll be dead again. But that's how showbiz is. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're on, you're off. No one knows.
I know it.
So
I'm always off. But
no, you're not.
No.
But that is the funny thing is you'll be so good. And, the week that it's dead, you're like, my career is over.
Oh, it's so high and low.
I'm out. It's so high and low. So you just got to be aware of that. So that's only discouraging. But the auditions I have this week are super exciting. E-News, there's 2 new shows in production, and I'm auditioning. And but I just got the hugest news of all. It's like, oh, you may be moving to LA if you book these shows. I was like, excuse me? Did you all know I just got an apartment in Brooklyn and nearly sold my soul to get it? Okay. And now you're telling me I need to move across country?
I love it. I hope you do.
Well, because we're deciding whether we're moving to New York or LA, because you're moving with me. Okay,
I'm moving. I'm ready.
Say bye to 50 floors. You're moving.
I'm ready. that is my goal. I'm moving in the next year. I am, to New York or LA. I'm ready. I'm ready to do something like Next Step because, like, I joke. I have an agent too, and she's amazing and she's really fun. So anyway, she's gotten me a lot of these auditions. Right. They're different auditions than you, but they are really. But I'm really grateful. I like her, and she's very legit. So anyway, but yeah, I mean, it's the first time I've worked with an entertainment agent. Right. I really want to do stand up. I want to like build this show even more. And and Washington's going through a funny time right now because despite like whatever your politics are, the reality is with Trump in office here, celebrities really are not coming through the way that they used to. Discovery's left, TLC is left, BET is left. Every media outlet is leaving. They're fleeing Washington. And at the end of the day, the hard part is like I'm always torn with my like base and fans and like everything that I've built is here. But in order to grow, it's like it's just no one's producing things here.
And your diehard fans are going to go wherever. They will follow you till the ends.
Absolutely. And so it would be really cool if you ended up in LA. The craziest part is these fires that are going on are like right where we were staying in Burbank, like in those like in the hills and everything. That's where it's burning.
Burbank.
Yes, and Sherman Oaks, like where we went.
My best friend lives in Sherman Oaks, and she was like her morning commute every morning.
Yeah.
She literally probably 10 feet, because, she's on the highway. The fires are next to the highway. She took a video of her morning commute, and she's like, okay, now I'm scared. Like, she was actually getting worried. Before, it was kind of like, it's like miles away. You can see it in the distance in the sky. No, now it's like next to her.
Yes, I know.
It's really
crazy.
Scary.
It's crazy.
I'm too scared to own a home there. When you see all the stars, the guy from Fuller House.
Oh, Bob Saget.
Bob Saget.
Did his house burn?
He evacuated. I saw his interview that he did because he's on some new, like, I don't know, Southern
TV show.
Right. And so the interviewer, the guy was like, are you okay? Like, I know your home was, he's like, yeah, we've evacuated. I'm staying in a hotel right now. And
wow.
Yeah. So
I know.
Stars are, and then Miley Cyrus's home, wasn't that destroyed?
That was destroyed last year, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
so
really
was Martin
scary.
Sheen's, yeah. I know.
I'm too scared to move. Like, I'm really, honestly, where would you live? I mean, it's massive, but all right, we're moving to West Hollywood. WeHo. That's where I would go out in WeHo.
Beverly Hills, WeHo.
Okay, Bev Hills is a little different than WeHo. Bev Hills is like, she wants to live on Rodeo Drive.
I'm ready. Anyway, so this leads us to the changes in the show, okay? So look, here's the deal. Nothing major is changing except for we are adding new content. So we are going to give you guys, starting in November, the first weekend of November, we're going to start giving you a Saturday show. We've heard from you guys over the years, you want more content, and we're just going to start making the shows, I think, a little bit tighter, a little bit more structured in the sense of like one day we're going to talk about our personal lives. We obviously love pop culture. So we're going to try to give that to you on a more frequent basis. So we're going to move to 3 shows. Also in 2020, early 2020, we're going to move to a Patreon page. Patreon, it allows us to give you guys additional content. Also, we're working on building our own studio. We love Podcast Village. We'll, of course, remain here at times. We love broadcasting with them. But we also want to expand because the whole goal has always been to basically be doing a show 7 days a week, like be giving you content. And of course, that doesn't look anymore like a traditional radio show or TV show. Like that's not the way people consume content anymore. They consume it very quickly in snippets of topics and people that they really care about. So we're going to do that. Of course, AJ, you're continuing to audition. So you're going to be here on the show throughout the month. Some weeks you might not be here. I am not going to have a new co-host ever
Thank
again.
God.
I'm done. I'm done ever having co-hosts.
She'll call me next week and be like, hey, Toots, you're out. I'll be like...
I was trying to convince Kokalani, who's a local radio
last
personality.
night I heard it.
I was like, Kokalani, are you busy? So no, I am not. I'm never doing another co-host again. I am doing contributors, like fun contributors. I want Tasha K to come back on, Kokalani. I want other people to come back on, pop on the show. But there might be some weeks that you are out, which, has not been the case. But of course, you have to have the flexibility to like get on a plane tomorrow.
Right, which is tough with schedules, but right.
Tough with schedules. So that's going to happen. Also, I started a personal Instagram page, Sarah Frase, I think, or Sarah Frase. Sarah Frase. I'm going to get rid of that. Only about 1,500 people follow that. I'm getting rid of that. We're going to focus on the Frase one, which will be my personal one. And we'll also in 2020, along with launching our Patreon, we're going to launch a Frase show page, mostly because we want to be able to have sort of like this branded strategic content that looks really good and you kind of know what to expect. Right now, my Frase one is really just a personal hodgepodge and page, which it'll continue to be a hodgepodge. But anyhow, so that's kind of where the show is headed. I think, too, people are consuming content in shorter bits. So I think you may have seen that some of the shows are a little bit more consolidated. We're probably going to continue to do that so we can give you more frequent content throughout the week, but not as long. Because I think even, when we talk about this, listening to our favorite podcasters, you rarely get through an entire show because who has an hour or two? And even if you're commuting for an hour, you're usually at some point switching to a different podcast. You're listening to SiriusXM. You're listening to your music. So those are the changes. We are so grateful. I cannot believe it has been 4 years, which is unheard of for most podcasts, and especially women in podcasting. So I'm so grateful to you guys. We're still here. We're still doing this with more advertisers than we ever have been. Thanks to Liz. We absolutely adore Liz, who is our marketing and sales director. So there's such a team right now of Hey Frase and everything that is happening. So I think we're just excited to see the next steps. I'm excited genuinely to see where your career goes. I can't wait. I'm going with you.
I love you so much.
You have a very focused plan. Okay. Like you know what I'm saying? You're an impressionist that wants to be on SNL. That's a very clear path. I think lots of times, and myself included, so I'm not throwing shade at anyone that's been on the show in the past. I think lots of times we're very creative. So it's like, oh, I could be a true crime host. I could be a podcaster. I could be a talk show host. I could be a comedian, so it's like you're kind of all over the place. And then lots of times it's hard to make something manifest. So I think of everybody, you have a plan.
I get what you were saying.
I wanted
there.
to say.
Well, I also
does everyone else get it?
Everyone who's listening to this podcast. Media is such a big umbrella, and I find myself getting, off course. I'm ready to accept any role. It doesn't have to be SNL. It could be, a new voiceover impression, comedy, cartoon show. Like I auditioned for those too. But 400 episodes. We are now at 401. It is a testament to how hard you work. I mean, you have to be consistent. I think you've missed one episode or 2 episodes in all of 4 years. And you do it. You started it as once a week, then you went up to 2 times a week, and it's just so incredible. I think the most important thing you taught me is it all happens in time. Like Rome was not built in a day. Is that what it is? I always get these old
Rome
mythical.
Was not built in a day.
Thank God, because I made a mistake.
And I
Did you just say mythical places?
No, because remember when I was talking about like that whole entire hodgepodge of like the plagues and Rome and like orgies, like, okay, and then everyone called me out. I get it. Okay, Rome is not myth. Rome is real. Rome was not built in a day. That was like my main thing that I've taken away from working at this establishment, this podcast. But you built it into such an amazing brand, and it's incredible, and it's going to continue because now you actually have a team.
I know.
The Hey Frase team.
It is. It's really going to continue. And I feel like, I said this, I feel like you are a great person that's pushing me to go, okay, it's time to see how far I can take my career.
Right.
And I want to do things out of my comfort zone. I've talked about going back to stand up for a long time. I want to pursue that.
Right.
I want to pursue doing more entertainment shows, putting myself out there to like be a part of like a talk or the Chew or some sort of show like that. So yeah, it's all time to make all that stuff happen and be much more focused, and the podcast is just one piece of the brand.
There's so many. It's almost exhausting. It's like you have to be out there doing everything. Stand up because you want to get that crowd. Podcasting, you got to be up in the morning to, go and do your 50 floors. I mean, you gotta just like go and go and go until something sticks hardcore. And then that's what I found.
Well, that's not going to stick. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
I got to tell you.
People love me as a spokesperson, though, I'll tell you.
Oh, my God. Well, I was just listening back to some of the old ones because I'm looking for like fun clips. And my favorite one is when you dreamt that you made an ass cream to like eat ass. And in your dream, you were selling and hustling that product. It was amazing to me. I listened back to it again and I was like, this bitch is a hustler. She out here peddling out some ass eating cream.
I was really doing that in my dream.
You
I was trying to get Dan to eat my ass.
You know you're a hard worker when you are building a business in your sleep. I don't know how far that would go, but you probably sell it to Goop.
Probably be some legs to it, yeah.
There's some legs to that.
Ass eating cream.
Paul makes candles. Sarah sells ass eating cream.
I'm not above it.
Hey,
I'm not above it. Oh my God. I wanted to ask your opinion. I'm going to a wedding.
Yes.
In a week. So you guys kind of looked at me crazy. And I guess the bride is right. So I'm going to my cousin Kate's wedding, Dan's cousin. And her wedding ceremony, the church reception, is at 2:00, 2 to 3, okay, in the Catholic Church.
Okay.
Then we have a bit of a break, and then at 6:00, it is a black tie reception. Okay, so if you get that invitation, do you think that you're supposed to wear 2 outfits, or you wear your like tux and your black tie outfit to the 2 p.m. reception? And Alyssa, our intern, you can jump in. I want to know your thoughts, because you guys, the bride says that you only need 1 outfit. I thought immediately Dan and I both, Dan was going to wear the wedding suit that he wore to our wedding, to the church reception, and then he was going to wear a tux, which he just got, for the nighttime. But what do you guys say?
I mean, knowing me, just because I wouldn't want to have to bring more than 1 outfit, I would probably just wear the same one all day. I mean, that's a really long period of time. I get why you would want to change between, like, it's a Catholic ceremony, you said? I get why you would want to change between that and maybe going out somewhere or, like, being in a reception space. But, like, I mean, I would probably just wear the same one for the entire time.
Okay. AJ said the same thing.
Well, did they specify on the invitation what the dress is? They just said black tie?
They said just black tie. Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. That's a little bit formal, though. I mean, do you want to be, are you wearing, like, a ball gown?
No, I was going to order a short dress too, but I've seen what other cousins are wearing, and they all seem to be wearing long dresses. But I don't think I'm going to go long. I don't know. Why? You think I should go long? See, apparently I'm doing all the rules
Well, formal
wrong.
is long, isn't it? Or maybe
That's
it's like
what I would think.
a slender black. I always think black tie is like
black dress,
fancy and
something.
black. Right.
Really?
Is it normal to do it?
Why am I so off on all
Split
this?
between. No. Like, I think formal, I think more of black tie, long dress, like a lot. And it's fall, so like a dark red, a dark green, a black with maybe some fur.
Okay, well, I got it resembles
Did you get a floral
muumuu.
dress? A floral muumuu? Fantastic.
It's a sequin number that's short, green, dark green from H&M. Okay, wait.
Oh, it's a sequin, a dark green. That sounds beautiful.
But it's short, though. Do you think that's like, I don't know. Do you think that's not...
Well, how short?
Also, how are sequins? I'm imagining a tight dress, not a muumuu.
Well, hang on.
Feast your eyes on this one. I find it interesting that maybe they couldn't get an earlier time slot for like the Catholic wedding, or maybe the venue wasn't ready.
You can't, because they do confession at like almost all churches at like 4:00. So you have to get married early. Then they do the confession at like 3:30, and then on Saturdays they have 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. mass. So you got to be out of there like 45 minutes before.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. It's like,
my thought would be yes, like you can wear the same thing.
okay,
I mean, but
is
it
this
is kind of
too
weird. You're
loose
gonna
flowing?
hang out.
Is this too loose flowing? I was gonna get that. Too unstructured?
Well, I think you have good arms. I mean, you should show a little. You're just covering it all up.
Nobody is feeling this number. No one is feeling that number.
That is pretty. I'm worried that it's going to be very long and it's just going to overtake your body.
Okay, doke. Let me bring up one other thing. Hold on.
I'm just worried that one is going to fit on you the same way that the muumuu dress did, but this one now will be like more, will attract the eye even more.
Okay.
2 outfits.
What about this number?
Oh, I do love that. I love the cinched at the waist. I think that'll look great on you.
Okay.
And it shows
that one
a
is
little
so-
bit more skin.
Yeah, that one is so much better. Form flattering.
Yes.
That one's good.
All right.
Don't buy yourself
this.
a trash can. The other one was just a large sack. You know what? I came to my mom. I asked her a prom dress. All my friends were like, this one will look so good on you, Andrea. And you know what? They were fucking with me.
What? Your friends were?
Yes. They're like, you should wear this baggy dress because girls are snakes. And I didn't realize until like years later. And my mom was like, I am never buying that for you. That is a sack. You have a form. You're gonna work for what your body is, and I will not. So what did I turn out to wear? I wore a tight ass sequin dress. Tits were out. I was president of the school. Got in trouble. I had to wear a shawl the whole event.
Dressed you in that?
You know what? Shocked. She prays, but she a low key slut. But she wants my boobs to be out. Like, don't get it twisted. You know what I mean? We are a saint on Sunday, but we a hoe on Saturday night. Party in the front, business in the back. We're mullet.
Wow. Look at Carol
Party in the back, business in the front. Rosary beads in the front. Booties pop out
in the back. Yeah, that thong is out.
Gotta tell you. So, what my point is, show off that form, okay?
Flaunt it.
Rock it.
Flaunt it.
I want to hit you guys with three really quick stories, and then we have to play the most epic sound clip that we retrieved from our Mark Twain. And I'm actually upset we did not play this for you on Monday, but this is going to be an ongoing joke every time that AJ is on, because it is perhaps the best, worst celebrity question of all time. And thankfully, it didn't come from our mouths. How do you guys feel about, did you guys see the two hot Instagrammers who were kicked out of and banned from all Major League Baseball games after they flashed, is it Garrett Cole, the Astros pitcher? Now, this happened on Sunday night in Washington, D.C. These two women are smoking hot. It's _ Julia Rose from Los Angeles. They flew here. They have a Shaggram. The other one is Hey Lauren Summer. Okay. I had never heard of them, but the men in the office here had. And Shagmag is, they claim, where they help women and raise awareness for breast cancer. So these two women were flashing their boobs live on television and to try to distract Cole while he pitched. These women, and they make all their money from just being on Instagram, and they cover their boobs with something.
Everyone's comments really raising that awareness, huh? Only boobs, minimal brains.
Wow. And that's how they make all their money.
Well, we were talking about it, and you were like, you guys were showing their feed on YouTube, but you're like, wow, why don't we do this? I'm like, because, well, one, my profile is too public. All of my family members would see it and they would just disown me. First off.
Oh my God. I'm trying. My tits do not look anything like this, but boy.
I love that they put emojis over their most apparent areolas. I can literally still see your tit. You're covering absolutely nothing.
If I had this body though, I would do this too. Good for them.
Ass, great. Okay. Do you think she's anorexic, or is this natural, she works out?
Yeah, I doubt she eats much. I don't think they're eating much. Wow, this is they're basically definitely softcore porning it.
For sure. Super hot. But as a guy or a female, would you want to date somebody that's so open? I feel like everybody sees everything, right? It's so out in the open.
I feel like that takes a very unique person or a specific type of personality to be okay. You would have to be very secure, I feel like,
very
in
secure.
Yourself.
You better be Pete Davidson packing.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, they're interesting.
So is this this is her friend? The other accomplice. So they got kicked out, or they're just banned from the Nat Stadium?
From Major League Baseball games. I mean, it's Major League. Yeah, all Major League Baseball games. They posted the letter online. Apparently, people are telling them it's very hard to enforce. It's like, who's going to recognize you at another baseball game of 40,000 people? But yeah, they've been banned. Anyway, obviously Cole was not distracted. They won 7-1 against the Nats. So. Great. How do you guys feel about, I'm heading to Michigan really soon. How do you guys feel about the auto repair store in Michigan that is getting a ton of backlash after they have up a sculpture of President Trump getting stabbed while holding a severed head of former President Barack Obama, and then standing on Hillary Clinton? So a lot of people are saying that this is racist, vulgar, anti-American. Are you surprised that someone would put this up in front of their business? And I kind of want to go there and see if it's still up when I'm there.
I do. I feel like there's going to be riots outside of it. I don't even see the racist part because everyone's dead. I think it's just anti-American overall. And it's just kind of, it is scary. That's a good Halloween. You're just killing everyone. Trump's dead. Obama's dead. Clinton's dead. Which side are you taking? Whose side are you on?
Yeah, there's no message there. It's just there's no laws. There's no structure.
Well, people are saying you can see a rope, that Trump's scarecrow is holding a rope with an Obama mask attached was up for 3 weeks in Fowlerville, Michigan, before a sudden backlash. People said it looked like a noose, but Quality Coatings owner said it represents a spine, and the whole thing depicts a move from the game Mortal Kombat. The display also appeared to show Trump with his foot on Hillary Clinton's head. Residents called it racist, vulgar, and anti-American on social media, but the owner said race was not a factor and admitted it was a Halloween decoration gone too far. Fowlerville is holding a scarecrow competition, but his business isn't registered. The owner removed the rope and Obama and replaced it with PC police tape. Also, obviously tomorrow is Halloween. A lot of people were like challenging me because who do you guys think so far celebrities have had the best and worst Halloween costumes? Like, personally, I'm over model Ashley Graham. She went as Jessica Rabbit, and I'm over the Jessica Rabbit
But then we looked it up, and not that many people have done Jessica Rabbit.
I feel like everybody has. Alessandra Ambrosa has. Heidi Klum famously did it. Now Ashley Graham did it. I'm also over people doing Cher. I'm like, all right, enough Cher. I don't need to see Cher anymore. I thought Lisa Rinna as J-Lo was pretty impressive. What'd you think of Justin Timberlake and Jessica Biel? Now, Jessica Biel went as Justin Timberlake like circa 2002 or something, and he went as his microphone or her microphone. What'd you think of that?
Obsessed because they're known for their amazing relationship. Like, they have such a good relationship. And I think Jessica Biel looks amazing. That head of hair, that hair dough.
That hair.
I thought that was really creative. I love Demi Lovato's look. See, my thing is with celebs, you got a makeup team ready at your fingertips. You've got all the money in the world. Your costume, if you're coming out with some 2-bit, like sexy nurse costume, you can buy that at the Halloween store.
You weren't feeling Cardi B's, right?
No.
Because Cardi B went as a sexy nurse.
That's so lame. That's so overdone. I think that's worse than Jessica Rabbit.
I kind of liked Kylie Jenner dressing Stormy up as herself, though, but you thought that was awful. You thought, okay, you're like, all right.
That is self-obsessed. You're so obsessed with yourself that you changed your daughter into yourself. I mean, what? Well, you have a child
you're
now,
such a
and you
narcissist.
dressed the child up as you? What do we? Okay, now this one. This is
Gabrielle
done
Union.
right? Because it's a throwback to a movie that she's done, and she dressed up her baby, and it's very cute.
What's going on with her belly button? Has she got a hernia?
I don't know what's going on there. There's a bit of a spot or like a bump. I think maybe it's like leftover. I mean, she has abs.
That looks like a case for Dr. Pimple Popper. I mean, like, what's going on there?
It is. Yeah.
It's a bit old. I think it's just maybe from childbirth. I don't know.
Maybe?
Did she give birth? I don't know. Or maybe, I can't remember if they gave birth or had a surrogate. I'm not sure. I think they had a surrogate. I don't know.
It still looks toned, just a little bump there above the belly button. Maybe it's discoloration. What else do we got here?
Who are they supposed to be?
Yeah, see, it's always an issue when I have no idea.
Yeah, couldn't tell you who that is.
Couldn't pull off.
When that they crashed the runway show. Remember? That was on social media all over the place. There was that YouTuber that crashed the Fashion Week
and
show.
Bella Hadid like chauffeurs her off the runway.
That is hilarious. I see
That's
it
a good
now.
one.
I see it now. Okay,
Well,
I'm there for it.
Do you
There's
have a
Cardi
Halloween
B.
costume you're going to post tomorrow? I've been doing my 5 days of Sarah-ween, like posting all of my Halloween costumes. So hopefully you've been enjoying those. I've been Jordan Woods. I've been, the guy from Firefest. So are you doing one, AJ? Are we going to see a costume from you? I think Stormy is cute in that.
Okay, it's
That's
just
epic.
very cute. Obviously, that wig, it's hilarious. I mean, it is spot on. Okay,
She should have dressed her as Travis Scott.
Thank you.
That would have been
hilarious.
funny.
No, she should have dressed up as Tristan
been
Thompson.
Oh, the shade.
Oh no, she should have dressed her up as Jordan Woods on Red Table Talk.
That would have been great too. That would have been great too.
My favorite show is one of them is Big Mouth.
Yes.
On Netflix. And the Hormone Monstrous is, I love the character. And but I honestly, I have to be honest, it's all a craft work. Like, I would have to go to the store and buy felt and put that glue gun to work, and I just don't have the time at the moment.
You're out and about. You're all over town. Alyssa, are you going as anything?
No, I haven't really thought of anything to wear. I've been searching through costumes and I haven't really found anything.
And I'm
if anyone
pissed.
has good ideas.
You want to do a good one, right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not going to put time and effort into something for it to turn out like shit. Or
Want it
go
to be
buy
good.
a costume,
Right.
that I'm not going to end up wearing. So
I thought about doing Selena. Either
that's
Selena
always-
or
be
the
good.
Hormone Monstrous. But I got to get to work. It's tomorrow, so
We're late.
we're a little late on that.
Last thing we wanted to end the show with. So when we did the Mark Twain red carpet on Sunday night, we were surrounded by some amazing people who had very thoughtful questions. But one guy really sort of failed on the red carpet, if you will. He wanted to ask Chris Tucker a question about the movies Friday, because obviously Chris Tucker starred in those films. Yet he seems to reference a Rebecca Black throwback. If you guys recall, back in 2011, so 8 years ago, Rebecca Black had a song Friday, which had nothing to do with the movie Friday. But this is our new favorite clip of this guy who basically was on the red carpet and then tried to ask Chris Tucker if Chris is upset about Rebecca Black, essentially trying to steal his thunder from Friday. So do we have the clip?
How does it make you feel that Rebecca Black snuck in on your Friday territory and she's like,
Rebecca Black? Who's that?
That Friday.
Oh!
I didn't hear about
Okay. Oh, we need to play that one more time.
Play it again. This is so good, you guys. Oh my God.
All right, yeah.
How does it make you feel that Rebecca Black snuck in on your Friday territory and she's like,
Rebecca Black? Who's that?
That Friday.
I didn't hear about
You guys, it's the oldest fucking reference of all time. Who, this poor guy, he had really done all the efforts to come up with great questions. And then he throws out Rebecca Black Friday, which has nothing to do with Chris Tucker. And Chris Tucker is literally like, who's that?
Rebecca Black, who's that? I must have missed that one. You know, Friday, and then proceeds to sing the song as if that's going to ring a bell for Chris.
Nope, didn't ring one. But Chris Tucker's face was like, okay, moving on. Anyway, it's our new favorite thing.
Anytime that we are excited for the weekend, we're going to go, Friday.
I mean, who's even heard that reference in 10 years? Guys, it's been 10 years, and this guy shot his shot with that question.
Okay, the other thing that amazes me on these red carpets is you have zero time to ask them a question. And if you don't get the question outright, or it's like just a blob of a question, you're burned. You canceled yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is the question he came up with. It's like, dude, one, Chris, why the F would Chris Tucker know the song Friday? Like, that is so not even in his.
It's not like a recent throwback for him. I mean, look, at least Jackie Chan, you know who we're talking about here.
Only worked with him for 10 plus 20 years.
Oh my God. Let's play it one more time and then we're out of here. You guys, we absolutely love you. Thank you for listening to the show. Thank you for frequenting our sponsors. We'll be back on Monday. Let us know to follow us at Hey Frase, at Andrea Lopez Comedy. Here it is with Chris Tucker and a random interviewer asking him about Rebecca Black's Friday.
All right, yeah.
How does it make you feel that Rebecca Black snuck in on your Friday territory and she's like,
Rebecca Black? Who's that?
That Friday.
I didn't hear about
Rebecca Black, who? Friday. I gotta tell you, folks.
Oh, God, you can't make it up, guys.
Yes, queen.
Yes. You can't make it up. Bye, everybody. Love you. Bye, everybody.